Another broadcast of Warframe, giving you an update on where I'm at in the game. So over here, as you see on my Warframe, I have a little ribbon.
Were you visualizing a bloody battle?
And the reason for that is this. See where it says on news, support other Tenno? Oh, I guess I can't show you the screen. Never mind. Either way, support other Tenno, wear the Harmony ribbon. So I'm wearing that to support people who may have cancer and whatnot. So you get to wear it for the month of September, which is pretty cool. So I am on Uranus right now and building some weapons. So I'm building an Angstrom and a Viper. Right now I'm just building not random stuff, but kind of random stuff. The idea is that when you build certain weapons, your mastery rank goes up. Well, not your mastery rank itself, but the experience, I guess you could say, experience points goes up so that you can eventually access the next mastery rank challenge or test. So, because of that, I'm building a couple of different things. Right now I'm building some secondaries, just because I don't have a variety of those just yet. Right now I just finished up some of the requirements for the Uranus to Neptune junction, so I'm going to put that on the live stream right now. And the reason why I don't have a primary or a secondary at the time is because one of the requirements to access that junction is to have only your melee weapon equipped and to do 5 missions without it. So most of the missions on Uranus are Arcwing missions. So that means that, you use your Arcwing and that type of thing. Not to say that you can't use your, your other weapons and whatnot, but you'll go back and forth between them. And some of them are just pure Arcwing missions. So, I finally finished up leveling the Dread. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not. There's different bows that I am testing out. I really, really want the Paris Prime, and I have almost all the parts except for one. So I'm waiting on getting the Paris Prime grip. I think that's the last thing that I need. And I leveled up the Soma Prime, so that's maxed out. I'm still debating on which one I like more, the Boltor or the Soma for assault rifles. I want to keep one for the time being until I decide not to have an assault rifle. I like the feeling of the Boltor and the look of the Boltor better, but I've heard, the Soma is usually a better assault rifle, can't speak today, weapon. Still, the Sobek right now, after, I wasn't sure if I was going to be interested in shotguns, but after testing the Heck, the Sobek, and the Tigris, the Sobek definitely is the one for me. I know the Heck might have better power, I guess the word would be. To some people, the Heck is better. But for me, just personally, because it is a automatic shotgun, it works well for me. And comparing another automatic shotgun I'm testing out right now is the Boar. The Boar fires really fast comparatively to the Sobek. Let's see. So the fire rate's 4.2 almost, and then the Sobek right now is 2.5. But I don't mind the fire rate so much, but having an automatic shotgun is nice, or I could just tap it, which is pretty cool. And what else? Except for the reload time, that's the only thing that stinks about the Sobek. Hey girl. That is a very good question. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think all the Warframe versions are the same, and then it's just a matter of if you wanted to spend platinum, which is kind of like the premium currency where you could spend money to get, or there are ways around, like trading like really high level items to get that currency, so you don't really have to spend money, but it'll take you a while to get to that point. But yeah, I definitely think the game's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, if you play on the computer, none of the like consoles and computer versions are compatible with each other. So, but I hope one day they could integrate that. That would be awesome. But yeah, I definitely think you should at least check it out if you don't have a PS4 or Xbox One, because I find it a lot of fun. I play this almost every day. Murat thinks I'm crazy. Oh, Tiff's at your house? Tell her I say hi too. What do you mean by better version? Because as far as I know, well, I've never checked out the PC version, but as far as I know, there was only one version of Warframe, and then this gets updated. And then as for the Warframes themselves, like the suit, I guess you could call it, you start with like the basic version or the basic ones, and then you build more and more, and then eventually you can get a prime one like this, which is basically a souped up version of it. Alright, I'm moving on to the Neptune Junction. Oh, before I do that, some other things. Let's check the Codex. So this is where it kind of keeps track of all the different things you've done so far. So since I first started, I completed Vor's Prize, the Arcwing, Howl of the Kubrow, or Kubrau, however you pronounce it. So this allowed me to get an Arcwing. That was the very first mission. This is a not mandatory mission, but allows you to start using Kubrows or animal type companions. And then you did the Once Awake, A Man a Few Words, Stolen Dreams. I don't really actually remember what these quests were about, but either way, those are some other quests. Limbo allowed you to get Limbo. The New Strange, you met Cephalon Cimmerillis and actually accessed his. Well, his is not really. It's kind of like a syndicate, but not really. And then I just finished Nata because that was part of Uranus. That was quite interesting. It took me a while to actually activate the quest to find those the blue specters, the oculists. But once I did, the quest wasn't too difficult to accomplish. And this kind of gives you the backstory on who the Warframes are in the Tenno. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I will say the story as I learn it. So if you don't want to listen to it, then just mute it for now, or if you're watching this later, then just fast forward
Tenno,
a little bit.
There's a time-limited mission alert available. Check navigation.
Oh, hi, girl. No, there are extras, like certain things you can buy that are, some of them are cosmetic, some of them are, I wouldn't say specialty weapons, but weapons that you can only purchase with platinum. And then, as far as for maps, as far as I know, there are no maps that you need platinum for. As far as I know. But again, I don't play the one on Steam, so they might run it slightly different. But at least on the PS4 version, all maps are eventually accessible once you reach certain levels or complete certain tasks. But, yeah. Okay, so the storyline for Nata is understanding who the Lotus is. So that's the female that sometimes talks to you. She has kind of like a weird helmet over her eyes and all the way above her head. And we find out that she goes by the name Nata. That's her old name, and that she was part of the Sentients, I believe, if I'm getting this story correct. And that her father, I forgot his name, told her to wipe up the Orokin, which were the first, I guess, race of in the storyline. And then once they wiped them out, or they told the Tenno to wipe them out, but she decided, and then she was supposed to also wipe out the Tenno with their Warframe so that they were all gone. But instead, she felt bad for the Tenno, and so she took them away and kept them safe. So now I'm moving on to the next quest as soon as I can unlock the Uranus to Neptune Junction. And again, another spoiler alert, because I like to do a little research ahead of time. This is where you access who and learn who the actual Tenno are. Alright, so let's see. So there's a specter at every junction. So I'm going to see which specter is at this one. Loki. So, for any of you who are still learning about Warframe, I've never played Loki yet. I haven't built him, but there's always been the challenge of who is the better ninja, even though one of the slogans or mottos or whatever you want to call it for Warframe is ninjas play free. There are two characters that are actually the true ninjas, I guess, or most ninja-like, and that they have stealth capabilities and whatnot, would be Loki and Ash. I haven't played Loki yet, but just from reading their abilities, I personally like Ash's abilities more, mainly because even though he can't stay as invisible as far as I know, as long as Loki does, he still can go invisible. I love his fourth ability. I like to call it the super, but either way, the fourth ability is Blade Storm, which allows you to get that cool kind of like cut scene just for him. And yeah, I like how he can throw shuriken. And what was his other ability? Oh, teleport. Teleport right now I'm not using that much at all until I get the Fatal Teleport mod, which I heard is pretty good. So that will be something in the future as well. Again, who knows, time might change, and I might, when I eventually get a chance to build Loki, I might like him better, but for the time being, Ash is my main guy. Yeah, I know those cutscenes are awesome. Alright, so the test, Ash versus Loki. Obviously this is a computer version running him, but we're gonna try it anyway. That's it? That's it? Okay, well, that was quick. I didn't even use any of my abilities. I guess Loki's just very weak to my shotgun. So, as I mentioned, I'm running the Sobek. I only used one Forma on it and one Orkin reactor or catalyst. I forget which one's which, but one of the potatoes, as people like to call it. But there's still a little bit more space on the shotgun, but that's kind of, well, I guess it's not very. I think Ash is supposed to have higher HP anyway. Yeah, I know, Carl. That's why I like my shotgun. I also have I got the Chroma chassis. So Chroma, obviously I do not have built, but Chroma, depending on the color that you assign him in...
You have new quests in your Codex.
Listen to this real quick. So that's Lotus, by the way, also known as Nata, but she doesn't like being called that. So I'll check her out in just a quick second for the quest. But yes, Chroma, I can't show you him, but I can show you this guy. So because he can, as you can read the description, by changing his energy color, it allows him to use different elements. So I forget the exact colors, but I believe it's red-ish color, that type of thing, like reds and oranges are for fire. For ice, I believe that's like bluish colors and white maybe. And then, or was ice? No, I think, and then he also has lightning. I think, was it lightning that was purple? Something was green. I don't know. I can't remember it. But either way, you actually have to use different parts of different Warframes. I have it written down somewhere. But different parts, I think it's Sarin. Yeah, Sarin is probably green. Yeah. Sarin is another, basically you have to use a part of different Warframes, each of the different main elements, to build Chroma. So I just built, about a week ago, Chroma Neuroptics. So that's done. But I still am missing all the other parts for Chroma. So that's a work in progress. But now I have his chassis. This requires the Frost chassis. Of course, I have Frost Prime that I built, but I don't have regular Frost, which I eventually would want to build all the frames just that to, you know, build up the mastery rank and then just get rid of all the ones that they already have a Prime version of. But I don't even have an extra or even one of the Frost chassis. So that's going to be a while.
I run diagnostic regressions.
I gotta run the
All
quest
systems
that allows you to
nominal.
get them.
You don't need to thank me.
Hey Nishan. You have Chroma now? Do you like it? Yep, everything's going well. Thanks for stopping by. Also, I took one of my Ayatan sculptures. Well, let me show the other ones. I don't have that many yet, because I'm not actively pursuing them, but I have two of, I forget all the names, but that one, the ones that kind of look like they have wings. And then I have this weird giant one. Kind of looks like ribs floating above a giant bowl. And then this one kind of looks like a head. From the front at least, not from the back. And that just looks like a blob. Anyone who watches anime though, for a quick second when I first saw it, and now every once in a while when I look at it, just the shape of its neck and its face reminds me of, what's the name of the anime? I can't remember, but the one with the hand and it comes alive with the eye on it. That's what it reminds me of. Anyone who watches anime might know. That's cool. I can't wait until I can get Chroma. And then this is the one Ayatan sculpture that I really like, because it has wings, and I love wings. I put some stars in it just so their holes are filled, but also so it can activate and do these pretty cool movements. I don't really care about the others, but basically it gives you endo if you sell them to Maru and her thing. No, it's not Vampire Hunter D. Let me see if I can look it up real quick on my phone while I get ready.
I'm very excited now. The anticipation. Ooh, I always learn so much from a live dissection.
Parasite.
New
That's
alert
what it
marked
is.
on navigation, Tenno.
Parasite. But yeah, so basically there's a parasite, like they're aliens, they come from the sky and take over people's brains, and the one parasite entered this guy's body, and they were going to try to make it to his brain, but he stopped it short by tying like something around his arm super tight so it couldn't go anywhere, and by the time the parasite only has a certain amount of time before it manifests itself in whatever body part it's located in, so it got manifested in his hand, and his hand would make this weird blob shape, and eventually it detaches from his actual arm, or actually it's part of his whole entire arm, but mostly his hand, and it makes that weird blobby shape. So that's what it reminds me of. But anyways, okay, so let's start the second dream. Infiltrate the Grenier archives. Ah, that's his name. Not his father's name is Hun Hao. Or Hun Ho. How? Whatever his name is. You guys can read it.
Who destroyed the Organ? Your way of life. Whom do you hunt, Shadow, to cleanse your despair in their blood? Sever their heads, yet they rise again. Someone has hidden the Tenno essence, their truth from you. I know where she hides the Tenno heart. A womb in the sky, forbidden to my kind, but where you will take me. I am Hun-Hao, sentient destroyer of worlds. By your hand, expose their heart. By my edge, leave it beating from its nest.
Yep, so that, as you saw, it said Shadow. So that's the Shadow Stalker.
The sentient Hun Hao has grown strong again, and his thoughts have invaded my own. Worse still, he has enlisted the Stalker to find the reservoir, a weak point of all Tenno, a place I hid long ago. I fear the Stalker is on the cusp of finding this place. Do not let this happen.
Well, I can try this by myself. I don't know if I'll succeed, but we'll see. And I'm not even running my best weapons right now. Sounds good. Let me know how you do if you have any questions. I can't answer everything, but only what I kind of understand.
Infiltrate the Grenier systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker.
But yeah, too bad you didn't have a PS4 because then we could play together. But either way. There's the changing. Well, thankfully I can just rush. That is one good part about certain kind of missions, like capture missions, sabotage missions, spy missions, is that you don't necessarily need to fight the enemy. Well, sometimes you do if it's like a sabotage mission and you need to defend. But, oh.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the
And sometimes you can just run really fast.
They spotted
and avoid them. Someone's shooting at me? Oh, yes. Okay. Let's see, where do we go? Alright, it's in there. Where's the... I see a hole in the ground. Oh, what? Why are you following me? Oh, of course you should. That's a stupid question. I don't know how you would trigger the alarm. Do you go this way? Nope. This way? Nope. Oh, that's hard to get in. I have to go underwater. Here? Nope. I just gotta figure out how to do this. Yeah, maybe things are just too difficult to be able to pull that off. How do I get in here? Do I go this way? Do I go back out the way I came? Whoa. I'm missing something. Okay, I guess I can't go that way. Alright, so let's go back. Where was I? I was up. Aw. Just trying to understand. How do I get... Oh. Up. Where did I enter from? Over there, I think. Okay. Let's get back over here and try to get up there. Nope, I'm gonna go around this way. Up. There you go, guys. Okay, good. Now we're at the top again. Also, oh, here's something. Okay.
Alarms. Data destruction is imminent.
Oh,
You
lovely.
need to hurry.
Nope. Uh-oh. This way. Probably not gonna make it in time.
The Rainier expedition has uncovered pieces of Hunhao, fragments of his body. For Hunhao, every
Wait,
part of him
I'll
is
just
connected to his singular
Go
mind.
underwater.
Is this how he's invading my mind?
I have to say, after doing all the Uranus missions, well, not all of them, I haven't, but after doing a lot of the Uranus missions, I find them very confusing. That's the right way. This way? Yep. It's like we're right out. not the right out. Okay. Okay, good. I found the out. Whoa, wait, I want to go that way. Let's go up. One of the reasons why I'm running is probably because not just mastery rank, because mastery rank is not the best indicator necessarily. It just shows you more of like how much storyline you've completed and also how many what's the word, how many things you've built like as that culmination, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good player, and I definitely don't think I'm necessarily a good player because I tend to rush things. But yeah, so that's why I'm running. One of the reasons why I'm running. Probably because I shouldn't be doing this level just yet. At least not until everything is maxed out on this. Well, not completely maxed out, but higher level for the mods that I have.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Okay, now how do I get in here? Oh, this way? Whoop. See if I can remember how I got in here in the first place. Alright, so... Getting closer. Oop.
This data vault has already been raided. The data is damaged, but there could be a message here. I need another data sample to piece it together.
The Tenno Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
I need to go there. Alright. Wish it was an easier way out. That would be nice. Thanks, girl. Have fun watching the old videos. Wait, this looks familiar. Uh-oh. Run!
Doors are locked. Time to break in.
No. Okay, where's the thing? Oh. Ah.
Override successful. Let's get going. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Oh, this map. I remember doing this one. Well, not completing it, but I remember what I had to do.
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete.
Let's see if I can do this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this one. Nope.
That's what I was looking for. I can decode the rest of the message. This is bizarre. It's for me. I need a moment to contact this person. Get to extraction.
Just climb up, up. Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm just gonna run as fast as I can to get away. Not sure what those letters mean now. Sorry.
Hanhao is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
Alright, and that's where I'm going to leave the stream for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for more. I didn't do a Warframe Wednesday this Wednesday because I was on vacation down the shore. But for every Wednesday after this, I will have a Warframe Wednesday. You guys can join in. I'll be doing live stream for about a half an hour to an hour, depending on how I feel or how tired I am that day. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'm signing out.